Morning, everyone. Welcome to another This Might Hurt. So, hopefully you can see this video today. I think there's an issue with my TikTok. I'm not sure. I had started following someone who was inboxing me relentlessly about, oh, I feel your energy this and I feel your energy that, and please let me do a reading for you and give me money. And I don't go for that, so I reported and blocked her. And I think she may have retaliated because the investigation came back that she didn't do anything wrong. So, for those of you that follow me on TikTok, I do also have a YouTube channel, Your Place NM, same handle, just on YouTube. I may actually forego with this TikTok platform because of the issues that I've had. So if you're seeing this video, then apparently they've been resolved. But as of right now, nobody was able to see yesterday's video. So yeah, I'm not gonna mess around. So I don't take kindly to people soliciting me in my inbox, and neither should you, actually. That's kind of my touchstone. Anybody that I follow that's reputable isn't going to do that. You make your own informed decision for yourself, but that's kind of my touchstone. So with that being said, what's our energy today? A decision's coming. So decisions are always coming, guys. They're always coming. And are you going to follow the map? Are you going to do what's always been done? Or are you going to do something different? But some decision, feeling like a decision is coming, or feeling like you have to make a decision and you haven't really made it yet. You haven't even decided if you're going to decide. I guess that would kind of be like what I was just saying about TikTok, right? I haven't decided if I'm going to stay or not. We got to wait and get more information to make an informed decision, because making decisions before you have all the information can be bad, right? Sometimes we can notice the patterns, and sometimes we can be right on our assumptions, if you will, but sometimes we're not. And are you willing to take the chance that you might be wrong? It's up to you. But I like that we're pausing or taking our time before we make this decision and seeing whether or not we even have to. All right, I might not even have to make a decision about TikTok. Who knows? Who knows? All right, let's keep going. What else do we have for today? We have the Three of Wands, and it's like we keep getting these two cards, you guys. We're stuck in the, not stuck. I don't want to say stuck. We are in a cycle where the decisions and the progress, noticing the progress are loud, a loud theme, but we have to make the decision before we decide if it's progress, right? So it's still in this kind of liminal phase of void, if you will. I don't want to say indecision, because a decision will in fact be made at some point. Even not making a decision is a decision, right? But everything's just kind of stuck, right? Not stuck. Paused. Everything's kind of paused right now. To the Page of Wands. All Wands energy, very creative, very sacral chakra energy. Page of Wands, taking that knowledge from the Ace to the 10 and starting to put it into practice, right? He's kind of, what's the word I want to say? Kind of, I want to say infantile, and I don't mean that. What I mean is, what do I mean? Unapologetically authentic. Not really caring if other people think he's infantile, and using that childlike energy. There's nothing wrong with that, guys. There's nothing wrong with that. Do you, right? And get back to that childlike energy, that infantile energy, if you will, because you know what that is? That is healing the inner child, and it's authentic, right? You think about little kids. My granddaughter, when she was 2 years old, she'd run around the house naked because she had no idea that she was supposed to be covered up, right? She was so authentic. She was like, what's the deal? No big deal, right? And we had to teach her that. We had to teach her how to temper that, right? How to temper that. So knowing when to be authentic and when not to, right? There's times we do have to kind of maybe not be as authentic, not as vulnerable. We don't want people using this stuff against us, guys. And in this reading, I feel like we know that. We know that. We know that we're authentic. We know we have to be careful with it. And we know that some decisions are coming. And whatever decision we make will affect the progress that we make. I like it. I like that reading. What's our advice? What's our advice for today? The Hermit in reverse. So when we talk about the Hermit, we're talking about he carries this, or she carries the star within the lantern, right? And that is her touchstone, her own true north, if you will. Maybe don't tell people your passwords, right? It's kind of with that Temperance. Don't tell people your passwords. Don't give them the way to hurt you, if you will. Eye on the prize, which I guess would be the Hermit in the upright, but in the reverse, knowing that maybe other people haven't figured out their true north yet, and not trying to push yours on them, just kind of observing and being, again, in that liminal space. I'm just going to look up keywords for the Hermit in reverse to make sure I got that right. Hear the paper in the background? Sorry, I don't mean to be so loud. Hermit. Isolation and avoidance. Okay, so I'm glad I looked it up because I actually thought upright was isolation. But maybe avoiding people for a minute. Maybe take a step back and don't worry about everybody else. Just worry about you. I don't like the word isolation. I want to say the word solitude. It kind of has a Four of Swords vibe, I think, when I say isolation, because you're kind of blocking people out, right? This is more solitude. Like, I'm not really blocking you out. I'm just taking time for myself. It's a more internal thing than it is an external thing. And maybe that's the advice, like the internal solitude, the not really listening to what, not really internalizing, I should say, what other people have to say. We can listen to them. And I think I was listening to Carrie's Energy of the Week, and it kind of falls in line with hers, right? Her advice for the week was to step back and pause and don't let emotions take over, right? Because bad things can happen when we let the emotion mind completely take over. Pause, step back, don't react, and internally isolate a little bit from the outside world. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is maybe a little codependency. This could be you, this could be someone else. If we step back like that, guys, we may start to feel isolated, like in the truest negative sense of the word, and we might reach out to old people that are not good for us. We might have an inability to regulate our emotions without having those other people do that for us, right? So I used to have this thing with my son. And it was codependent relationship, like full blown. And I lived in Arizona, he lived in New Mexico, and if I didn't hear from him, or if I texted him and he did not text me back, I would literally lose my mind. And the minute I heard his text tone, because my kids have different text tones on my phone, the minute I heard that tone, I didn't even need to read it. I instantly regulated. Guys, that's codependency. Just an inability to regulate your own emotions. It's not a bad thing. It just is. Just we got to learn how to be in that isolation, solitude. I can do it for myself and not worrying so much about what's going on with everybody else. I'm trying to put that so there's no glare. But yeah, protect yourself, temper the emotions. Maybe don't react this week. Don't give people your passwords. Don't let them know how they can get under your skin. Poker face. It's poker face week. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. You guys take care. We'll chat tomorrow.